So people, trust the process. Phase 5, next season. War Chest. January's a tough window. PRFC. Win the dog. Waka Waka AA. Mikel Arteta. No, people. All of that, put it all in the bin. Because it's all been PR and none of it's come to fruition. And we need to rebuild the rebuild. The rebuild needs a rebuild. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2, 1 win in our last 5 games. Is that title winning form? Draw to Brighton and Villa, lose to Newcastle and Man U, scrape past Tottenham. Everyone got hyped. North London derby, I get it. And we're back to square one, people. We're back to square one. Liverpool drop points in the week. We catch up a couple points. Then Liverpool win and we drop the points. Here, I have the points back. Chuckle Brothers, to me, to you. To me, to you. They lack something. Winning mentality. They don't know how to get over the finish line. People assume you're going to get better and better every year. Oh, don't worry, this year will be our year. We'll learn from last season. Actually, we look worse than last season. And we look worse than the season before. Why? Because we didn't prepare properly in the summer transfer window. Where's them 7 and 8 out of 10 summer transfer window people at now? Because that transfer window gets worse every game. Let's talk about it. Calafiori injured again. 4th injury in 6 months. That hasn't worked out great, has it? The centre-back that had an ACL injury that we put at left-back, tell him to run up and down and invert, keeps getting injured. Probably the system and the league doesn't suit him. Maybe if he was at centre-back, but obviously we've got good centre-backs. Mikel Merino, anyone know what he does? Seen more movement in Madame Tussauds. And they're wax figures. They don't move. Seen more movement from them. Mikel Merino. Oh, but he's 28. Oh, but he's got to get used to the league. He's been in the league. Been in the league. When I said get Ivan Toney, he's too old. He's 28. But you signed Mikel Merino for 35 million with a year left. Left 8. Granit Xhaka replacement. Oh, yeah, because the previous guy, the £65 million donkey, Kai Havertz. His nickname is Donkey, by the way. Don't take offence. He didn't replace Xhaka, so we bought Merino to replace Xhaka. Now we're going to have to buy another Xhaka replacement in the summer because Merino isn't good enough. And people wonder why we're not blowing up the transfer market. He's wasted most of the money. 8 good signings out of 31. You saw the picture the other day. This manager ain't the guy. Let's talk about the game in isolation. Do you know the sad thing about today's game? We played all right. We played all right. 2-0 up. Looked like we was in control. I didn't agree with the starting lineup. I said it. Go back and watch the stream. Big up everyone who locked in. Don't play Thomas Partey at right back. How many games do we win when Thomas Partey's at right back? What's the percentages? It can't be that good. The guy's not a natural defender. He doesn't sniff out danger. Tries to step up when the cross gets put in. Leaves Ollie Watkins. Great finish. Natural striker. And then you've got the midfield. You've got to win the midfield battle against Aston Villa. They've packed the midfield. Kamara, Onana, Tielemans, Ramsey, Rodgers. They've packed the midfield. There's no wingers on the pitch. Rice, Odegaard, Merino. Declan Rice, well done. You put a shift in today because you're in the 6 role. It's your best role. Put some great crosses in. The other 2. Merino, non-existent. Odegaard, you need to give the armband up, bro. I'm not even joking. Odegaard needs to take that armband off, walk up to Gabriel and say, there you go. You're the leader that this team needs because you should not be Arsenal captain. When does this guy turn up in times of difficulty for Arsenal? Talented player, no doubt, but he's not a big moment player. Physically, he's easy to bully, and he never comes up clutch for this team, really. In the big moments. The odd time, but not enough. Not to be considered people comparing him to Ozil and Fabregas. Not a patch, mate. They've done it in the biggest moments. He went missing again today. How can we look at our captain? Imagine being a young player looking at your captain. Your captain ain't doing nothing. Front 3 today. Trossard, excellent game for me. 2 assists, constant threat. That was the old Trossard. Martinelli, first half, very good. Got Maatsen dragged. Got a goal. What was his reward second half? 2-2, desperate for a goal. I'd drag you off for Raheem Sterling. Why not add Raheem Sterling to Martinelli? We need a goal. Sterling came on, did absolutely nothing. I'm convinced Chelsea have planted him in here to ruin us. And Havertz, and Jorginho, and the other ones that we've had in the past. Havertz got a goal, well done. Fans got carried away. We haven't seen him for about 7 weeks do anything. Scores a goal, they're singing his song. Waka waka. Did nothing else. But he did score, fair play, but still another poor performance all round. Another poor performance. Let's end with a few positives. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Walk into that dressing room with your head up because you are the shining light of this team at the moment. 18 years of age, quality on the ball, brave on the ball, desperate to win, get stuck into the physical battle. Brilliant. You've got a bright future ahead of you. Well done. Gabriel, you deserve the armband. You've stood up all season and been counted. You should be Arsenal captain. You're the leader of that group. Timber went to centre-back, played all right. I don't think he should have been there. I think he should have been at right-back. And I would have played Tierney at centre-back. Why change the midfield, the right-back and the centre-back for one player? Why not just change one player for one player and keep all of the balance the same? But hey, I'm not a manager. What do I know? One thing I do know is this manager that a lot of the fan base have PR'd and hyped up online is failing again, people. This is the third title challenge and it's slipping away from us again. Oh, but we can't win anything in this country. Not while Pep's here. He's too dominant. Okay, he'll fall out of the title race by Christmas. Now what? But Liverpool had a good squad already. Yeah, but Arteta's had 5 years to build that squad. These aren't even slots players. He got Chiesa for 12 million. But we've been really unlucky with injuries. Oh, but does he have good squad depth? Because he signed Fabio Vieira for 35 million. Marino for 35 million. Havertz for 65. Jorginho for 12. Kivior for 20. Calafiori for 40. About 4 goalkeepers. About 7 left-backs. No strikers, really. Jesus. Willian, he signed him, told him he'd win the Champions League in 3 years. He left with his belly hanging out, went to Fulham, did well. I think he's just been released by Olympiacos. So what's the next excuse? Oh, but it didn't look like it hit Kai Havertz on the hand. I think the ref robbed us. No, it hit his hand. And it was handball. It was very unlucky. But the refs hate us. They don't want us to win the league. They're all against us. VAR, they cheat. Winners win and losers make excuses. Arsenal are not good enough. We lack star quality, real elite star quality in the attack. Liverpool have won titles or title, Champions Leagues, FA Cups. Why? Star quality in the front line. Mane, Salah, Firmino. Stars. Salah's still that star. Manchester City, Aguero, Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, many others. Who've we got in this team with that X factor? Bukayo Saka? No one else. No one else. That's why we won't win the title this year. It's a shame. I wish they did. This manager is not the guy. I've been saying it for a long time, and I don't even want to sit here to say I told you so. It's not about that. Let me finish off by saying one thing. Not everybody will agree with my opinion. That's fine. I don't need everybody to agree with my opinion. But if you don't think that the Kroenkes are not a huge problem at this football club, then I want the explanation in the comments. Because how anybody can sit there and justify this ownership is beyond belief. Oh yeah, but Curtis, he spent 750 million. How can you blame the owners? So what if he spent 750 million? He hired an inexperienced sporting director in Edu. He hired a manager that had never managed a day in his life. He gave the money to the wrong people. You put the credit card in the wrong hands, you're going to have letters through your door. The money has been misspent by inexperienced people. We're 18 days into the January transfer window. We've been desperate for a striker and a winger since probably the start of the season. Let alone when Saka tears his hamstring. Then Jesus does his ACL. He came to the game apparently against Tottenham. He probably flew home and said, don't worry, Stan. Beat Tottenham, don't need to do anything. Maybe you'll get a loan player at the end of the window. Sitting here doing nothing. City are spending 140 million on 3 players, giving Erling Haaland one of the biggest contracts in Premier League history. What are we doing? How can we call ourselves a serious football club? It's nonsense. The owners, this fan base need to realise, come together. You don't need to like each other because they're all divided online. Oh, you said this, I don't agree with you, so I'm offended by what you said because it's a different opinion to mine. Grow up. Understand we're Arsenal fans. We're being ripped off. We ain't winning nothing. We're going round and round in circles. Everything we used to criticise Tottenham for is now what this football club is doing. Oh, Daniel Levy don't spend when it's time to spend. Oh, they compete but they don't win. We put the pressure on DVD. Let's laugh at them. What are we doing? We're putting the pressure on. We're not spending money. We have no star quality in attack apart from a kid that came through the youth system. But we'll all lap it up. Oh, there's still a long way to go. It's only January. Liverpool will drop points. Yeah, and guess what? We'll drop points. 1 win in our last 5 games. Not winning the title. League Cup slipping away. Out the FA Cup to one of the worst Man United teams I've ever seen. And the Champions League, don't even do that to yourself. Because if we see Madrid or somebody like that, honestly, they will turn us into a bowl of paella and send us home. That's where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the game. And let me know what you think overall, people, because I'm bored of it. When are we going to understand there's a big problem? It starts upstairs in that boardroom, wheels its way down to the manager. Manager, you've tried. You're not good enough. You're not a winner. Winners win. Losers make excuses. Take care, everyone. Bless.